guys, it's Nancy. It's later Friday the 20th of July, and remember last week I was saying that I wanted to give junk journaling a try. Well, I've been accumulating stuff, so I think I'll go through the embellishments first, stop, and then do another video of the books and probably paper. So I've got myself a storage basket here, so I'm gonna start to put stuff away. So this was at the by the pound store, you know, weigh and pay. You pay 95 cents a pound. So I got all kinds of colors of rickrack here in turquoise and blues and greens, short pieces. I also got this piece of upholstery fabric. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but it's beautiful pink and green. It just screamed retro to me, so I had to have that. I got some eyelet lace, some wider white lace, some kind of looks like crocheted lace. Got a couple pieces of that. More eyelet. This one feels weird. Oh, I know why it feels weird, because it's got two ruffles and an area down the center to weave in ribbon. That's why it feels weird. It's some pink eyelet, some red, and a couple of other bits and bobs of lace. Here's some blue. Kind of looks like extra wide seam binding, hem facing, whatever. Some gold trim, some silver trim, and this is kind of sparkly. Some more pieces of lace. This one's kind of neat. Looks like butterflies in it. This bit of trim I liked. It kind of reminds me of the pom-pom trim, but with really small pom-poms. I got some ribbon with pink with polka dots. Some other bits and bobs of ribbon. Here's a big hunk of yellow satin. This is it's probably a good 1.5 inches of grosgrain. It's purple. And I actually got some pom-pom trim, so that's fun. And I got some doilies. This one is, I think it's machine made. It's got a stain on it. This one it's also got some problems. I'm hoping I can cut it apart and do something with it. This is actually a collar, because back in the 80s we did collars. So I'm thinking maybe I can save some of the embroidery, but at least I can use the Battenberg lace that's all around it. Here's a hanky with an embroidered periwinkle. This one I'm in love with. It looks like an Easter egg, doesn't it? And it's got some little detail on each of the 4 corners, but it has a hole in it. That really made me sad. It had that tiny rip in it. But I can cut out part of the handkerchief. Also got a little some other fabric. This one kind of struck me as a little retro looking, with the farm animals, the geese and the chickens. This one has parrots and fish and flowers and snails, and I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick up the polka dots in the background. And this is a little piece of lace, ivory colored lace, and this is actually a Michael Miller fabric. It's about 1/2 meter there, and it's got these like pinup girls on it. So that's different. Okay. Oh, and there's a little bit of red netting, about 1.5 inches wide. Okay. And 2 things of floss. All right, my favorite find from, okay, maybe not my favorite, my tied for favorite. I found a bag of all these little hand crocheted motifs. And there's yellow and green and blue, pink. So I ironed one today to see how that would turn out. Here, I'll put it up against this lid so you can kind of get a better look at it. And I think it's just beautiful. So I'll be excited to use those. I think that's it for, oh, here's some, these little appliques. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Kind of look like, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I got 3 of them. And this little guy is a Battenberg bunny. Here's some trims. One's a little mousy and a little Santa. And these little snowflakes, they've kind of got like a puffy dimensional sort of thing going on, but they're shiny and gold. And I got this charm. It's kind of a bronzy thing. Okay, I think that's it for fabric-y kinds of thing. Oh no, I got a whole box there. So I got this ribbon, and it's looks like really good quality. It's pretty heavy. Each roll has 25 yards. I paid this, I got at Salvation Army. This I paid a little more than I normally would have. For these were in a package marked $5. And I thought, well, if I don't get it, I'll never see it again. And I'm in serious love with this darker green. I think that's going to be great to play with. I picked these up today, and I don't know how well this is going to come in or not. These are, you know, you take a crayon and you paper and you go over it. So there's some butterflies there. This one's got there's like a wood surface and a pebbled surface. A couple of cats. In the back, this is from Stuart Little. So there's some leaves. What's this got on the back? This has got footprints and a sun and a fish. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'll use those or not, but I got them. I got these ball chain thingamadoobers. So they could be used for the top of a tag or something. So you just put the ball in there. And I've got quite a few of those. I got this ribbon. That says 50 yards. I think maybe some of it was used, but I like these neutral colors. Got some vintage trims. Go through those quickly. So there's some hem tape. This one is bias hem facing. I don't know where that came from. I wouldn't have got that. This one is the dark blue seam binding. Here's a lace. Here's some rickrack. Oh, there's this weird button. So it's got 4. Oh, I know what. It goes like this. Ah. So it comes apart like that. Cool. And then clips together. Well, isn't that nifty? Well, there you go. Huh. I like the packaging on this one. This is some old seam binding. The swan there, I think, is really neat. And this silvery gray color is beautiful. Some more rickrack. Some baby white rickrack. Here's some red and gold. Kind of a dirty aqua color. Orange, yellow, more white and white. Some more seam binding. I like these snap fasteners. I like the packaging with the babies. There's 3 babies on there. Isn't that neat? This is a big favorite too. This is an old package of seam binding, and look at the maple leaf. Isn't that neat? I got this box the other day. I thought it was neat. It was 50 cents. I think it was probably a planter because it's got some gook going on there, but I'll clean that up and I'll use that. I got these rim tags. And these are coasters. They are paper, and there was 3 different kinds in the package. I just took the roses. I didn't like the other 2 flowers. Got these eyelets. These are Stampin' Up! Eyelets. Got these eyelets. Has an eyelet setter in there. Lapis. And I got these little brads. These, I wonder what was in these packages. Maybe just more of different colors. I haven't seen these before. They're index tabs. Oh, they're neat. So they're like cardstock, but they fold and it says gummed. I like those. Those are nifty. It's just a ring to put stuff on. I got some buttons, and this was actually a tag that was on a t-shirt in the bins at Goodwill, and I didn't like the t-shirt, but I liked I know I'm worried about me too, but I liked the cloth label, so I tore it off. Another thing I thought was really neat was these not transparencies, but slides, Kodachrome slides. I got about a dozen there. I think what I'm going to try to do is take the image out of there and replace it with just plain transparency, and then put a small image on top. These are from 1968, so they're vintage. They had a couple of the big round cassette things, I don't know what they're called, slide projector things, that were just full of slides, but I only picked out a handful of the ones that said Kodachrome. Okay, I got these pieces of chipboard, so they're labels and tabs and different things, book plates. I'll just cover those with paper and make use of those. This is actually a CD. It's Pearl Jam. And the CD's in there, but the reason I got it is because it's got some, like, what you call, like, steampunk kind of, maybe, images. And I thought that might be a whole lot of fun. So, oh, look at these guys. Eesh. Oh, that's interesting. All these doors and windows. Anyway. And I got all of these cards. So these little vintage greeting cards. There's a little cat. I won't open all of them. I'll just take a couple. There's another cat. There's a baby. So I got about a dozen of those. Got some lined envelopes. These are also lined. Got probably half a dozen of those. Postcards. Looks like most of these are like Italy or something. and some at the back. These actually came from Reader's Digest. So these are, you know, art images. I got some writing paper that has some roses on it, and there's some plain green and some blue writing paper. It's another envelope. This is also writing paper, but it's kind of got a decal edge, and it's folded in half. Ooh, dirty. So there's this pale peach pink color and this blue, and here's a big security envelope. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and then we will carry on with paper and book.